they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Heineke. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Heineke's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
24 is the mic. Check. 19.
Heineke on 1st down. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Thomas. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Heineke's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now they're setting up the wide receiver screen here on the right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Heineke again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet, what am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers, so that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out, and this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
From the 29, Heineke. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Heineke. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
We got plenty of fun,
baby. And touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. No problem there on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Thomas. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
These two teams all tied after one.
Two times. Alert. 3 down. 24 is the mic. Take me up. Here we go.
First down, Heineke.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Now Heineke. Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
To the air again, Heineke. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Quadre Diggs.
And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense. 55. Set the tone, defense. Left hand. 55. Go. Hey, eat. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Now it's Wilson.
Quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now Wilson.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Wilson.
And he hit, and the ball is jarred free. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And shedding him off, now open field. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, That's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now Jones. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Again, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, here's Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Williams to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy.
There he goes, left side. 20.
Showtime today.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 30. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Rasheem Green. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. To throw is Heineke.
Eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
We'll get this out wide to Penny.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Troy Apke. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
On 1st and 10, Heineke.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Heineke.
This will be caught at Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bates. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Now Jones. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Heineke now. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A first down throw for Heineke. That one is slant to McLaurin.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Heineke to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Logan Thomas,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll just get rid of it. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. On 1st down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Leaves it for Petty. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Heineke. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Another try for Petty. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Flushed it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Heineke. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Thomas. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Heineke's throw going to be caught by McKenzie.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third and long for Heineke.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a four. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Washington 38.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Thomas.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Heineke. Middle of the field, he's got Butler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. Was shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Heineke. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
And they'll throw again. Heineke.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson. On the move to his left. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunity.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
And now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Thomas. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds Penny. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Hooked up by Troy Apke. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Heineke now from the 50.
He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel